In this tutorial video, I'll be showing you how to host your Discord bot on the internet for free so that it always stays online. We'll be using a service called Render to host our bot for completely free. Before we start, please like the video, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and check out my other social media for updates on all my projects. Please also consider supporting me on Patreon. All links are in the description. Let's get into the video. Before we do the hosting, let's discuss some important things first. Hosting something on the internet really just means you're using another computer somewhere in the world to run your code. There's many reasons for wanting to do this, but in this video, the main reason will be to keep our bot online 24/7. We'll be using Render to host our bot, but since this is completely free, it does have some drawbacks that we'll get into later. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you want to host an advanced bot, like a music bot or so, it's best not to use free hosting because your bot won't work properly and you'll run into a lot of issues. I would recommend some of the following services if you're willing to pay a bit of money for a serious bot. The cheapest option I could find is called Sparked Host, which has an option for $1 a month. I've never used them before, but I've seen good reviews on them. They have a free trial that I would recommend using before purchasing anything. Another option is Heroku or Replit, both of which are super beginner friendly. Heroku has a pricing option of $7 per month and Replit $15 per month. There are many other options available, but for this video, we'll stick to Render. Okay, so I'm in the project and there's a few things I've changed. So first of all, the mybot.py now stores just a very basic bot. Every time you send a message, regardless of what the message contains, the bot's just going to reply with interesting messages. This is just so we can test if the bot's actually working. Now there are a few things I've added. You might have noticed this keepalive.py file right here. If we inspect this, this is just a basic Flask application that I've added. And the entire point of this is to make our Discord bot a web application that we can then ping from an external service like UptimeRobot. The reason we're doing this, because if the bot doesn't get any requests or activity, then after a certain amount of time, it's going to shut down. So this is just going to help us keep the bot alive, basically. That's why it's called Keep Alive. And now, when we go to my bot, we can import it like this. These two lines of code here are the ones you're going to have to add to your code to get that to work. So first of all, we're importing it, and then we're just running that function that we defined here. So this function is basically going to run the Flask application on a separate thread. But now we need to go and host the bot on some server. Now, like I've said, I chose Render because they do have a free option, but keep this in mind. I've already said this, but every single free option has its limitations. Like if we were paying for some hosting service, then we wouldn't even need this keepalive.py in the first place. And we could easily upload our music or moderation bot. Now for Render, we actually need a file called requirements.txt, which has all of the Python libraries in that file, just so that Render knows which libraries we're using. And there's a way to generate this file, so make sure you're using the virtual environment that we created in the very first video. If you didn't make a virtual environment, you could follow the steps, but just know that there might be some libraries in there that aren't actually even part of the Discord bot, that are just part of your Python system. But regardless, you want to go to the bottom left here. Actually, before we do that, press Ctrl, Shift, and P, and then select Interpreter, and make sure you have that virtual environment selected. So I'm just going to click it, just in case it wasn't, but I can see at the bottom right here that it is selected. And then go to this button here, go to Terminal. Let's just stop that, and type pip freeze, and then an arrow to the right, requirements.txt, and then press enter. Now that's going to use the virtual environment to then export all of the libraries that we have. So let's go to requirements.txt, and I'm going to actually kill this terminal. And as you can see here, this is everything that's in this virtual environment. Now, I'm sure some of these aren't even useful. I'm sure that some of these are just part of the environment. But the ones that we installed for this virtual environment were YTDLP. That was for the music bot. We don't even really need that anymore. So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete that. PYNACL, I think you only need that for music bots, but I'm going to keep it in there just in case. Flask we need, discord.py we need. Yeah, okay, so I think we need the rest. Now that we have the requirements.txt, we can go to Chrome, and this is what Render looks like, the home page. Now I want you to click on Get Started for free. You're going to have to go ahead and create an account, but I already have one, so this I think should just log me in. Okay, yeah, so it just took me to the main page. Okay, so I want you to click on deploy a web service. Okay, so here we're gonna have to do some steps outside of render. I want you to go to a website called GitHub. I'll leave links to everything in the description, by the way. Okay, now if you don't have an account, I want you to go ahead and create one. And then I want you to create a new repository. So you should see a plus button somewhere. For me, it's here. I'm gonna click on new repository. You can call this anything. I'm just gonna call this test, actually, no, tutorial bot, just like that. I'm gonna make this private because I don't want anyone else to see this repository. And that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and create this repository. GitHub's basically just a place where you can store your projects. We are going to store our entire Discord bot in GitHub so that we can then retrieve the project from GitHub on render. So in GitHub, we can upload files by just clicking on this upload existing file. Just so you know, we are inside of the repository now. This is the repository you can see at the top left here, but I'm going to go to upload an existing file, and it's going to take me to this upload page where I'm going to go to Visual Studio Code, just like this. I'm going to make this a bit smaller like that. I want to open this in File Explorer because I don't think I can, yeah, no, I can't just drag. So I'm going to have to right click and then reveal in File Explorer. So here's our project. The ones I'm going to upload are just these three. So I'm going to upload, it's the keep alive, the requirements we made earlier, and the actual bot itself. Okay, and then scroll down, commit changes. Okay, and now our bot is on GitHub. Okay, so this is more or less what your render should look like. So I'm going to click on GitHub, and then it's going to ask you to sign in. So I'm just going to choose my account. Okay, so you might have to authenticate some stuff to actually get into GitHub, but I had to type a code into my phone, but you're probably going to have something else. Scroll down. Now here, only select repositories. You can actually select the repositories that you want render to see. So I'm going to select, and then for me, oh my goodness, okay. For me, it's going to be tutorial, the tutorial bot, that one. I'm going to take this test away. That was me testing earlier. And then we're going to click on save. Okay, so once the tab closes, you'll see that we have access to the repository we just made. Now I'm going to click on this and then click on connect. That's basically just going to take everything from that GitHub and drag it over to render. So you can give your project a name or your web service. I'm actually gonna keep it tutorial bot. Make sure this is Python 3. Branch, make sure that's main. The region, I'm just gonna keep the same. So this part's pretty important. This command is gonna be executed on render, which is then going to download all of the requirements using the requirements.txt file we made earlier. And the start command is the thing that's gonna run our bot. We can type Python 3 space and then mybot.py. Python 3 is basically the command you use to run a Python script. And it takes one parameter, which is the name of the file. If we go to GitHub, you'll see it's called mybot.py. So make sure this is exactly spelled the same as whatever your bot's name is. And now make sure to click on free, otherwise you're going to be prompted to give render some money. And now we get to environment variables. Now this is pretty important. We're going to call ours Discord token, like that. This is the same as the bot that we made. So if we go to the .env here, let me just make that smaller. You'll see that it's called Discord token. Now we're creating that environment variable on render. So go ahead and copy your token and paste it here inside of value. I feel like I've said this enough, but I'll just say it again. Make sure to never share this token with anyone else, otherwise they can control your bot. The reason I'm showing it is because this is a tutorial. And then you can go ahead and click on deploy web service here at the bottom left. If we scroll down, this is going to show the terminal or the output, or I guess the build log is what they call it. This is basically showing you how render sets up your bot behind the scenes. So we'll just wait a bit. It says it's been successful, but it still has to deploy. So we'll wait for that. Okay, so after you've waited a few minutes or seconds, I guess it depends. If you see this live at the top here, then you know everything's fine. Your bot's actually online at the moment. Okay, so if we go to Discord and I type anything, the bot should see and respond to that. Oh no, it responded twice. Okay, that's not good. Let's just send another one. Okay, but we aren't completely done yet. Okay, so as you can see here, it says your free instance will spin down with inactivity. So we want a way to keep this alive. So I want you to go to UptimeRobot. It's this website right here. And I want you to create an account. Okay, so once you've created an account on UptimeRobot, this option here is saying that we're going to ping a website. Okay, so the link that we're going to ping is this one right here. So let's copy that, go to UptimeRobot, and then paste. Let's just paste the whole thing because otherwise we're going to have double HTTPS. And then you can click, actually, before we do that, let's do a /, because if we go to the code, you'll see that this route is the one that has /. That's what we want to ping. So let's go to create monitor, and now it says monitor created. So let's just skip this. Yeah, just skip all of this and then take me to dashboard. Okay, so I feel like my laptop's about to explode because it's making a lot of loud noise. But if you can bear with me, if we click on this, then it says that the current status is up, and it's been up for 3 minutes 30 seconds, which means that it's successfully pinging our bot I think it's every 5 minutes, yeah. So here, every 5 minutes, which means technically we could close Chrome completely now. Let's close this. Let's go to Discord, and then let's send another message. And the bot, there we go, it replies. And this time it does reply with one message. All right, so the next ping has occurred. I'm just going to send another message like that. And the bot still responds, so that's great. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out my other social media for updates on the projects I'm currently working on. If you'd like to support me, then please also consider checking out my Patreon account. Thanks so much. I hope to see you in the next video.